everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be here today. I'm going to be making an adult version of a trick-or-treat bag. I'm going to be using sublimation, and I cut this out on my Cricut. It's just a stencil because you want to do a mirrored image when you lay out your words because it goes backwards, and so when you print it, it'll print whatever it is backwards. So the easiest thing for me to do is create the words on my Scan and Cut and then just flip them over. I am using this really great stamp press. I absolutely love it. Recently ran across it. It's wonderful. The back has a foam, so it stamps clear images great. You can slide it in and out on the edges there, so I don't have to worry about trimming down my paper. The stamp I'm using is from Sassy and Crafty. It's a cute little witch. Love her. I do have the link provided down below for you if you're interested in getting one, as well as the Artistry that I'm using to do this technique. And then also, of course, where you can find the stamp pad. Everything's down there, so just go ahead and check that out. Now, I should have ended up leaving this stamp right in my stamp press because at the end I go back and I re-stamp just to crisp up those lines after I get done coloring her in. But I didn't, but that's okay. I line her up just fine. The markers that I'm using are sublimation markers from Artistry, as well as the ink pad. That basically means that they will transfer to any 80% or above polyester coating or blend. That doesn't matter if it is a canvas bag, t-shirt, or metal. It will totally transfer just fine. And now I'm going to go up and just kind of line up how I want those to go. I'm realizing as I'm doing this that that's not going to look right. I need to do it on the other side. And it's just going to give me like give me a little visual of where all of my letters and things like that need to go. But you'll see that I end up flipping it around. You want to make sure that you hang on to the centers of those letters and use some temporary adhesive to do that. I am going to share with you a tip on how you can store those centers of those letters, the letters themselves, so that nothing goes to waste. It's something that I've been doing for a long time, and you can actually find it at your hardware store. So I'm going to line those up, and then I'm going to color them in. I'm going to make sure that I add in the center pieces, and as you can tell, I'm putting them on backwards so that when it prints, it will print in the right direction. And I'm just going to go from here and color those in with my Artistry markers, making sure that I get a nice black color on it so that it transfers beautifully. I also am heating up my press right now at 400 degrees for 3 minutes. You can do this with an iron if you'd like. So those are my leftover letters. This is where I'm going to give you that tip. And I simply went and found in the tool section this little gadget that a lot of people keep nails, and I store them right there for future use. All right, so this is just a speed up of me going ahead and putting together this, coloring everything in with the Artistry markers. These markers you wouldn't want to use on anything other than sublimating, of course, because they are transferable. And what happens is they get trapped into a gas and it forces it through the material and it literally becomes one with it. So as you can tell, I'm just going to put down some protective silicone paper that's also through Artistry. I'm going to line it up. Since I am using a press and not an iron, I only have to do a couple spots with heat resistant tape. I like the Artistry heat resistant tape because it doesn't leave anything yucky. And so that's why I'm using it. I don't have to worry about it like sticking to my canvas bag and then trying to get it up. It comes up beautifully. And so from there, since I am using a heat press, I just have to do the corners. Otherwise, I would really want to make sure that I go over all the edges with this tape if I'm going to use an iron. If you want to see it done with an iron, make sure you check out my playlist on Artistry stuff that I will be providing later in the video for you. Or you can go over and check out my channel and just see, because I do show you how to do some stuff with an iron. But if you have a press, definitely use the press. It's faster and it just gives beautiful crisp results all the time. So this is going to press in the press for a total of 90 seconds. I did it for 400 degrees. If you're using an iron, you would want to press each section, not ironing, just pressing for about 3 minutes at the highest level linen there. You need to make sure that you use silicone paper with both. That way it can capture that gas and force it into the material as the heat presses, so it won't be lost through the back and you won't get a ghost image on the back. It'll actually force it to stay right where you want it, sublimating onto your substrate. This is the blank of the month for October 2021 with Artistry. So if you're interested, make sure you go over. You can use the code BETS10 and you'll get 10% off of your order, which is a really great deal. And this would also work on anything. You could use this on a t-shirt or whatever. So this is my little press that I'm using. I got it through Artistry, and that is just kind of how it works. You just slam it on in there and it locks down. There's a timer on it. It takes about 20 minutes to preheat up, but once it is hot, it is ready to go. So you want to be super careful when you are using it. Now, once it goes off, it will give me a little bit of a beep. I go ahead, I lift that up, unlocking it, and I'm super careful. I don't really want to touch it because it is very hot, but I can tell that it has transferred, and I'm just going to take those handles and take it out, and then we will reveal our image right here. How cute is that? And I went ahead and just did some more coloring on it, blurred it out to make it look a little bit more spooky. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them down below. Also, make sure you check out the description box.